Alright guys, so in section 7, we're dealing with algebraic expressions. And so that's when we start introducing a variable. We're not solving anything yet, we're just adding a variable. If I said a number plus 5, the number that you choose, you could choose x, that's the most common. But you know when I say plus, that means addition. So what I want to do is show you in the book on page 81 where they have the expressions. So we're looking at the sum, plus, added to. Like these are all the words that mean addition. Subtraction, we have difference, minus, less than, decreased by. The two that I want you to be aware of with subtraction are the less than and the subtracted from. When you see those two, you need to make sure that you switch the direction that they go. So 18 less than W is actually W minus 18. 12 subtracted from L is L minus 12. So that only is with the subtracted from and less than. So again, be aware of that. On the next page, 82, we're dealing with the multiplication and division. Product is the one that most people forget about when we're dealing with multiplication. But times, twice, double, triple, 3/4 of, that means to multiply. If you're talking about the quotient, that's the term people forget with division. It means we're dividing two things. The quotient, divided, split into equal parts, the ratio. This is all signs for division. So with the homework, on this one I don't think I really need a supplement because we're not solving or evaluating anything. We're just coming up with an expression. So on number 2, 11 less than the total h. And so I just told you a second ago, less than and subtracted from. You have to switch the order. So instead of 11 less than the total height h, I would have an h minus 11 would be my answer. Another one is 4. So we're talking about the absolute value of a. And so we're going to have to know how to write that. And so let's bring this over. And so when I'm looking at functions, I can see that absolute value. So then I could type in the absolute value of a, and then it's decreased by, so that means subtraction. So minus the 16. Oh, 26, sorry. Maybe yours will be 16. Another one that we have is looking at number 8, talking about which one is an equation and which was an algebraic expression. So if I have an equal sign, that means I'm dealing with an equation. If I do not have an equal sign or any type of inequality, I am dealing with an expression. So expression, equation. On number 13, it's a word problem, and so in later sections we'll have to solve these. But right now it's just setting up what the expression is going to be. So I have two unknowns. The smaller pipe below takes 8 times longer to fill the tank. That makes sense. If it's a smaller hole, it's going to take a lot longer than the larger pipe, assuming that both pressure coming out of the pipes are the same. I let T represent the time it takes for the larger pipe to fill the tank. Write an algebraic expression that represents the other time. So let T represents the time it takes for the larger pipe to fill the tank. So if T is larger tank, and I know it's going to take the smaller pipe a longer time, what would that amount of time be? It does say 8 times longer. So times is the idea of 8t. We're multiplying. So if it takes 5 minutes with the large pipe, it's going to take 8 times as long with the smaller pipe, so 40. 8 times 5 is 40. And lastly, looking at number 17. So this one is to translate the algebraic expression. So write it in the words. So if you're given an expression, what is it in words? So there's a whole bunch of different ways that you could say this, but we have to find the right one that matches. So is it more than? I don't think more than is a subtraction. 33 less than t. 33 more than t, it's not that one. T less than 33. So I'm feeling like it's either this one or this one. And again, less than and subtracted from are backwards. So that should help you figure that one out. But that's the main ideas of Section 7. And so please let me know if you have any questions.